Right, welcome Amy. It's good to have you here. It's your first day working here at the church. Now, many people may not know who you are or what on earth you're doing here, quite frankly. So do you want to explain a little bit about kind of who you are, where you come from, all those kind of things?
Yeah, so I'm Amy Meakin. I am a qualified youth worker. Have been now for 8 years or so, but I've done youth work way before I was officially qualified. I am mum, I am wife, and I am crazy, I think is probably a fair thing. I'm a big lover of decaf coffee and a fan of cake.
So that's just really a kind of precursor for if you go around anybody's house.
Yeah, it's decaf coffee with dairy-free milk. Yeah.
Okay, so there we are. You've put your drinks order and your food order. Always a good start. Amy, you're starting as our youth worker.
I am.
What do you think the future holds? I mean, it's a big question to start
Very
with.
big question on
I mean,
day one.
to be honest, we've just been upstairs kind of sorting out emails, and to go from emails to grand visions are huge things. But what do you think the future, what are your dreams, I think, and your hopes for not just our young people, but this church in one sense?
So I would love to see the young people that we've got now grow and develop, to learn more about Jesus, to have a bigger and a grander walk, I guess, with Jesus, and to just be able to know who Jesus is to them personally, and not necessarily that to be a faith of their parents or the friends that brought them, but actually for them. I would love to send out so much love to our local community and just be able to encourage young people that we're a safe space, and actually that churches aren't these big, grand, scary places that people can't go, and if you walk through the door you might kind of disappear. But actually I'd love us to just, as a church, as a community, to be able to be a total blessing to those that are physically in the building, that are visiting us online, that are out in our communities and that we can work with around. And just for us to be able to help young people in Saltash and the surrounding areas get to know who Jesus is for them.
So I want to pick up on something there, because I think it's really important that we say this at the beginning. So are you saying that your role as youth worker here is not just confined to the building, but actually in one sense is a youth worker to the community?
Yeah, I think so. And we're not a church that is just solely for this building. These four walls don't define what church is. Actually, the people within it and outside of it and the community are who church are, and who Jesus didn't have a building that he met every Sunday morning. He went out in fields and up mountains and into boats with his community.
So we look forward to seeing you in the boats.
I'm going to rock into the boats. Maybe next year's cardboard regatta.
Yes, this year's just sprung around a little bit too soon, hasn't it? And suppose last few questions, just kind of going forward in terms of kind of thinking, you will have a mobile phone number at some point, but people can contact you at youth@saltashbaptist.co.uk.
They can.
And anyone can contact you.
Anybody.
Kind of.
Yeah,
so,
happy to chat with anyone that wants to chat all things youth.
That's great. And just give us an interesting fact about yourself that perhaps we wouldn't know. Because I think we should just say, you kind of grew up in this church a little bit.
Yeah, so I was here as a kind of pre-teen and teenager, and then moved away to the other side of the world, to Guatemala for a few months, came back for a few months, and then headed off to be a youth worker, learn to be a youth worker, to study youth work.
So it's like you've come home. So there's some people who will know you well.
Yeah.
Some people who, quite frankly, haven't got a clue who you are, and this is their first introduction. So give us just an interesting fact about yourself. Now, I always hate this because I can never think of anything. Fun little fact we may not know.
So I've got a double jointed thumb. I don't know if you can see that.
That's disgusting. Weird. That's brilliant.
Thumb joint fact.
There we are. What a way to end that on.
What a way to end.
So, Amy, I think we all want to wish you all the best. And for those who have faith, I think we know we'll be praying for you. Yeah. And we just pray this will be a really great time, and we'll see lots of young people get to know Jesus, but get to know who they are as well. And I think that's really important. Brilliant, Amy. We look forward to it.
Thank you.